probably gonna need to. I'm way further down here.
Okay. You don't want to hold it. I don't blame. Good to go. No, it's turned off.
I was gonna say no. It's cold down here. You said what? No, don't do that. March. That cold?
So are you a Packers fan?
Yeah, no.
Basketball.
That's the one that said you're not.
And I showed up in a red pullover sweater. And I walk in. I walked here from the apartment. I'm sorry, this is like the cold I had.
I'm trying.
Maureen?
I'm like.
Can you check your mic, please?
Will myself.
Turn your switch on.
Yep, got it on.
Okay.
Testing, testing.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
You ever crack that screen on your phone? You ever crack your phone? I just want to sit down on it. I'd be scared. But then again, I weigh a lot more than you.
Yeah. They might have different rules out here. Native American casinos rules or something.
Chevy Blue.
what I do is I tweet on my phone. I don't do a little thumbs and all that, and then I use this for like my stat monitor. So this, and that. I don't need my laptop. I come down and lay out or whatever. I mean, I've gone to higher events. I was at a soccer game in the University of Colorado, 14 degrees. We were number 10. I didn't have a laptop. I got 5. It's cool because you just toggle. You can toggle between both devices. It's like I can send you a text message and I just.
If you do it, then you get pretty good at it. Yeah. If you made yourself do it for like 3 months, you'd be going, man, why did I carry that
But I
keyboard?
also like to, it might sound silly, but I do like certain things as a bullet note or a long dash. I usually do like the lines or like 0 dash 4. I like to
Yeah, whatever works. That's what it's all about. No, I just saw the keyboard, but I didn't see the
Yeah.
iPad under it. I was like, why is he carrying a keyboard?
a lot of people like to use keyboard. It's pretty
Can I get a couple up here?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Easy, thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I took a picture of that setup you put in.
You want to play?
Some people wrote something about that. I thought about doing it. Some people, I've read a few before that are really like,
Oh, really?
yeah, I set that up. I was like, oh, man. Because I don't even think about it.
So yeah, I just try to make it like an agate.
Oh, it's good. Yeah.
Testing, testing.
Plus, you can move around here, those stuff.
Good evening, I guess it's evening now, prospect time. As we get prepared for Michigan State to arrive, just a couple general announcements. Once again, if you have a cell phone, if you could either put it on vibrate or turn it off, please. Also, we'll have 2 young ladies. I'm sorry, thank you. Just you fine. We'll have 2 young ladies walking around with microphones, so if you could, raise your hand kind of high because they'll be in the back. They will bring you a microphone. Once you get the mic, say your name and your affiliation. And when you ask a question to the young ladies or the head coach, say their name loudly into the mic so that they can hear you because they're typing and writing everything. All right? Thank you. Excuse me, Michigan.
Thank you.
Okay, at this time, we have University of Michigan head coach to my right, Carol Hutchins, followed by student athlete Sierra Romero, student athlete Kelly Christner, student athlete Lauren Sweet, student athlete Megan Betsa. All right, coach, we'll take general comments about the game and then we'll toss it out for questions.
Well, I think it's a great effort by my team. I was really proud of them tonight. I thought we came out and played our kind of softball and stayed in our moment. And that's a great Alabama team, and to shut them down it's a great credit to Megan Betts' performance and some of the great defense that we played. And really, it was just one inning at a time, and that's the way we play softball. It's, I think, why we have done what we've done all year. And we told our kids tonight, just come out and do what we do. And so our kids they gave us their best effort, and that's all we ever ask.
All right, we'll open up for questions. Please raise your hands high. Thank you.
Tyler Scott, the Michigan Daily. Coach Hutchins, in the second and third, you guys weren't able to get anything going. What was it like trying to adjust to Alabama's pitching tonight?
You know, I thought Osorio pitched very well, and she was definitely getting us at the top of the zone. And we got a little better when we saw more pitches. And you know, I thought we got to her a little bit later in the game there. But, no, it's first game, and I thought our kids weren't, as one pitch focused at the plate. I've seen them, but, you know, she's a good pitcher, and this is, the World Series, so it's gonna be tough. All pitching's gonna be tough.
Steve Kornacki, MGoBlue.com. Lauren, talk about that at bat. Fall, working it full. Talk about the whole at bat and then what you got in the end.
So the at bat before that, I obviously struck out on a rise ball, and I swung at a bunch of rise balls. So my adjustment was to go up there and use my timing swing and just really see a lot of pitches. And I think that even though I got down in the count, I was able to come back and really see the ball and really see it down. So my game plan worked out.
Kevin Santo, Michigan Daily. Kelly, what was it like for you to hit a home run in that first at bat when you told us earlier in the week that you played here before and it was a dream come true to come here for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the nerves, right? So everyone was trying to calm me down before the game, and I think I just went out there first at bat and realized that it's just like any other game we've played the entire year. So I just focused on seeing the ball come, like Lauren was saying, and it was just nice getting the early lead there.
Tommy D's Tuscaloosa News. Carol, you made a real hustle play to hold her at third to load the bases. Can you talk about what went into that decision and just talk us through the play and Sierra also?
Well, you know, we hit the ball well, and McClenny was going to her right, and Romo runs well and was running hard, and, you know, I was pretty fired up to try to get another run across, but I just made a really athletic move and almost tackled her, because it would have been a really poor out at the plate, and obviously I have a lot of respect for McClenny. And fortunately, Romo looked up at the right moment, because she was on her way.
Sierra?
As far as what I saw, we know Hutch likes to hold us late sometimes, so we kind of try to take a sneak peek up before we decide we're going to go home. And I just so happened to look up as she's falling over and stopping me at the same time. And I just hurried up and planted my foot and tried to get back.
Chris Crowder, the Michigan Daily. Megan, you played really well today like you had been here before. Does it feel like that while you're pitching?
I think my biggest thing was getting past the first inning. I knew I was going to have the jitters and the nerves, and I felt that if I could get past the first inning that I was going to be fine. And after that, I was just focused on throwing 80% and making my ball move.
It's Greg Eklund, this is for the Detroit News. For you, Lauren, you had a walk-off grand slam to win a state title in high school. What's your bigger thrill, this or that?
Oh gosh, well, I mean, playing on the biggest stage here is so awesome, and to do that here is obviously really cool. But I'm just trying to help my team out as much as I can, so it's pretty awesome. No, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to rank them, but obviously, I mean, the World Series is my dream, and I've got here, and I think it's awesome that that could happen here. So.
Steve Kornacki, MGoBlue.com. I have two questions. First, Carol, could you talk about Lauren this season and how far she's come, both as a hitter and behind the plate?
Well, you know, Sweet has just been a fantastic player for this team and a team player her entire career. And she's having her best season as a senior. And, you know, you'd love to see that. And it's what we need. You need your seniors to, you know, be the leaders out there. And she's just been fantastic all year long. And we just want her to keep playing as long as possible.
And for Megan, if you could talk about how you guys connect the game you're home, how you guys connect out there, and how important you are to one another.
We're obviously very important, but I think something that's really important is how well Sweets knows me. And so when my ball's not moving as much, she comes out and she's like, hey, just spin it. That's all you need to do. Your spin's good enough. Or if I'm moving, my pace is too quick, she comes out and just tells me just to breathe. So I think that the way that she's developed to know me really well is a big aspect in this season and where we're at right now.
What was something she told you tonight?
She came out and she told me just make the ball move. Just throw 80%, be relaxed, trust my spin.
I have two questions. Oh, Angelique Shingelis, Detroit News. Carol, did you think that Lauren's ball was fair, that doubled it, that came back?
Well, I'm on the other side of the field, so I am not objective either. I'm going to be the first to tell you, but you know, you should probably ask Bonnie Thole that question.
The other question for all of you, can you talk about the letters that you received from the 2005 players you and was it a motivation for you tonight?
We'll start with Megan.
It was definitely something special because I received my letter from Jenny Ritter, who was obviously a pitcher and All-American here. She just had some great words of wisdom. Let go of the good to be great was something that I really liked, and that's something that I focused on tonight, was just letting go of what I've already done, just focus on where I am now.
Lauren?
Yeah, kind of same thing. Becky Marks wrote mine, and she was the catcher of the 2005 team, so it was kind of awesome to just hear some words from her, and she was awesome. She wrote me a whole page, and it was just so cool to see them like take the time to actually do that for us and show us their support, so it was really awesome.
Kelly?
Mine is from Millie, and she was actually number 21 and the left fielder also. So we have a connection there, but she basically just said, go out there and play our game. And I know we're excited to be here, but go out there to win it. And I think that really stuck with me.
Sierra?
Mine was from Angie. She also wore number 32 while she was here, and it was just really cool to have, Team 28 come back and tell us, what it was like and what they experienced, and they gave us great advice, and it was just really cool to know that we have their support.
Jason Kersey from the Oklahoma. Megan, you pitched against Alabama earlier this year. How much I know it was a few months ago, but how much were you able to take and apply tonight? Because obviously you were able to shut them out.
Well, I think I've grown a lot since the beginning of the season, and I've developed a few other pitches that helped me out tonight, but I didn't really receive any news for the hitters or anything like that, so I think that we were just really focused on the batter who was up at the time and just attacking them, getting ahead in the count.
Tommy Dees from the Tuscaloosa News again. Sierra, and Coach, correct me if I'm wrong, but Coach talked about her challenge to you is that you will be, your legacy will be defined by what your teams do. Can you talk about what that discussion with her and what you do other than just try to do your best when your number's called to affect others to be better?
She brought up Derek Jeter a lot in our meetings in our office, and she talked about the way that he elevates everyone around him to be better and do better, and that's what I focused on this year. And it took me a little while to kind of really understand what that meant, but I found a way to, just put all my focus in my teammates. And once I was able to do that, everyone started doing really well, and just letting them know that they can do it, and if they believe in themselves and trust in what they do, that we're going to be successful all together. And just really, focusing on them rather than myself has been the key all year.
Coach Pete LaFleur, College Softball 360. I wanted to talk to you about the sort of like the anatomy of the home run and how it's become such a big part of your team. And you've been coaching for so long. And some people think it's just all about power, but there's so much more that goes into it. Seeing the pitch and the communication between the batters, the coaching. Have you thought about it on a more of a philosophical basis about how this team? I mean, Sierra Romero's got 21 home runs and only 7 strikeouts, and Sierra Lawrence is about 1-1. And your fifth best home run hitter had the grand slam tonight. So I find it interesting, especially for those of us who are around you on a daily basis or even a weekly basis, just kind of how that's evolved and how it's sort of a team accomplishment. Sorry for a long question.
I'm not sure what the question is, but
It's all right.
I believe one thing that we went back to this year was we went back to vision training, something we've done over the years, and really just tennis balls with numbers and really focus on seeing the ball. And our kids do see the ball well, and they strike the ball well. And that was our other emphasis, was strike the ball well and hit the back of the ball, try to hit it square. We hit the ball square a lot. And I believe they've really embraced that, and they have really, their confidence is so important in that, because a confident hitter is so much better than a non-confident hitter. And their trust and belief in each other, it's a lot of things you hear all the time, but our kids are really.
I apologize for the convoluted question. The hitters have anything to add on that real quick?
We go to Sierra.
I mean, all year, like she said, we've focused on seeing the ball and trusting our swings and our preparation. And, we've also realized that the second we start doubting ourselves is when we start to struggle. But, hitting's contagious on this team. And once one of us goes, we all go. And if we trust what we do, then there's really no stopping us.
Kelly?
Basically what Sierra said.
That's okay.
Lauren?
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of just the same, but I feel like we don't try to hit home runs, and I think that's the key, is that we're just trying to hit the ball hard. We're never going up there to try and hit home runs. Like Hutch always says, they're gonna come. If you go up there to hit the ball hard, then home runs will come. So I think that's been our focus all year.
following up on that, I'm sorry. How hard is it to do that? It's easier said than done. You know, you hit that home run and that cold rainy night that cleared the bleachers out there, and that's the kind of hit that sometimes is a bad. They become homer conscious. They start over swinging. How do you stay disciplined and not let that happen?
I mean, it's hard. Hitting is a very hard thing to do. I think that just staying focused every at bat and just, like I said, going up there to hit the ball hard instead of, oh my gosh, I need to hit it out right now to like help my team win. Just going up there to be a base. We always talk about being a base and just getting on any way you can, whether it's a walk, whether it's a base hit or bunt, anything. So I think just going up there and staying focused on just being a base, that's the main thing.
So you're just looking for a sac fly.
Yeah, anything that's gonna help us score.
Yeah, and you got a lot more of that.
Yeah.
All right, we have time for one more question.
Megan, now that you're seeing hitters in the World Series, is that different from what your expectations for yourself are or were when you went out in the regular season or earlier on in the postseason at all?
No, my expectations for myself are to give up the fewest amount of runs to give my team a chance to win, and that hasn't changed from the first game to now.
All right, Coach, student athletes, I want to thank you for your time. Michigan plays tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Thank you.
I'm sorry, we've got to go straight to okay, thank you.
All right, let's try to revive this spot.
Okay, now we have to my right, University of Alabama head coach Patrick Murphy, student athlete Demeen Turner, student athlete Haley McClenny, student athlete Leona Lafalele, student athlete Alexis Osorio, thank you. All right, we're gonna get general comments from coach, and then we're gonna open it up for questions.
Well, Michigan played a great game. Congrats to them. Their pitcher was awesome. They had 2 key hits. And, I mean, other than those 2 big swings, Lexi pitched a good game. We just didn't do enough offensively to support her. And, you know, I always tell them, you know, winning or losing doesn't happen by accident. You have to do something to win. And then on the other side of it, unfortunately, you don't do enough of other things when you lose. And we have way too many overs. I think we only have 1 kid at second base, and you're not gonna win many games against a very good team, offensively like that. I mean, we had to put some more pressure on them, and we didn't do that.
All right, we'll open up for questions.
Tommy Dees, Tuscaloosa News. This is for Haley, Demi, and Patrick. Can you talk about the lack of production at the top of the lineup, and particularly the small ball game? At times you've been able to create chaos and things, and you're just not getting them on to do anything lately.
Yeah, Andrea did a nice job as a pinch hitter. Demi did a nice job in the first inning and made a good play on her. But other than that, just wasn't enough of that. And we continually did the same thing over and over, you know, 3 pop-ups in a row or something like that. And again, against a very good team and a very good pitcher, you're not gonna win many ball games like that.
Haley?
Yeah, I think along with what Coach Murphy said, you have to make adjustments every at bat, and you know, we didn't really do a good job of creating offense. It was, like he said, the same thing kind of over and over. So we didn't do it.
Like both of them said, we just didn't do it, and the whole game we're saying we're just missing everything. Well, I don't know, it's time to make a change, and so I went to hidden. Simple. Just tired of just missing.
Alexis, just want to ask about the home run, the grand slam they hit. What do you remember about that pitch? I think it was a 3-2 pitch.
They're a really good hitting team, so hats off to them, and I missed my spot, so they're a really good hitting team.
For all the players and for Patrick. Patrick, you've been in this situation before, losing the first and having come through the losers bracket, and I guess nobody the players have. What do you tell them about it, and for the players, what do you know about what your path has to be and what you have to do to make this a successful run?
Coach, we'll stop you.
Well, the great thing is it's a double elimination tournament, so we get to play again. And actually, you know, one year we played Michigan, and we played poorly and they played great. I think they beat us maybe 7-1. And we came back and we played great on Saturday, won 2 games, got to Sunday, and I mean, it was just, I don't think anybody was nervous tonight. You know, I don't think we overlooked them. It was just, she pitched a hell of a game and we just didn't string anything together. And now we have another opportunity. And we know whoever it's gonna be is gonna be a very good team, because everybody that's here is dang good. And you have to respect the hell out of everybody that's here, and just get a little more fight, a little more grit, and hopefully we'll show everybody the real Alabama, because we have another opportunity.
Alexis?
We can't let this game affect us. We just have to go back out there tomorrow and just have a short-term memory and make the adjustments that we need to make as a whole.
Leon?
Like Lex said, and Murph, thankfully it's a double elimination, and for the players, it's all about just living in the moment, having a short-term memory, and really just playing to fight to wear the jersey again. That's what it's all about.
Haley?
I mean, we lost the first game to Oklahoma, so this team has a lot of grit, and we're going to show it. You know, it's like they said, you got to have a short-term memory, and I mean, why not us? Has anyone ever lost the first game and won it twice? Well, let's be the third. Let's make history. You know, why not us? I believe in this team. I believe in everyone up here. I believe in everyone that's out there signing autographs right now, that we can do it, and everyone else believes it too. So why not us?
Amen.
Like they said, we just need to stay within ourselves, take one game at a time, and play Alabama softball.
Leona, you're kind of an emotional leader of this team. What's this mean for you, this opportunity
think we just really need to live in the moment and like not let this affect us, and don't get too high, don't get too low, you know, just forget about it, learn from it, learn how to make adjustments and really come out on fire, because, you know, like Murph said, every single team here is good and we can't overlook anyone, and so we gotta come out with our hair on fire whenever our next game is, and just come out to play.
For the three hitters, what made their pitcher so good? What was she doing that kept you off stride so much?
Leon?
She did a really good job at just hitting her spots, and I think for myself, I didn't make an adjustment, you know, I didn't do a good job of laying off the rise ball or laying off or seeing the changeup, you know. I think we could have just done a really better job at just adjusting us as players. She's gonna pitch the way she does, and it's us as hitters that have to make the adjustment.
Haley?
Yeah, along with what Leona said, we didn't really help ourselves. One of the most effective that I've seen all year. She was getting us to swing at the dirt. In the dirt, she was getting us to swing at pitches over our head. We didn't really do a good job of adjusting at all. And you know, when you're swinging at pitches that really aren't in the strike zone, the pitcher's going to be effective. But hats off to her. She pitched one heck of a game, one of the best I've seen her pitch all season. So it was tough tonight for sure.
Timmy?
Like they both said, she pitched a great game, and we just gotta stay within ourselves and make adjustments throughout the game. Stop doing the same thing over and over again.
All right, are there any other questions? If not, Coach Student Athletes, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Alabama will play Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Thank you.